Good day from WA. Hi, this is Julie. Welcome to my channel and welcome to the Collage Art Glue Book Vintage Christmas Edition by Margarete Miller. So this is just my end pages, introduction pages, the first 2 pages. All of these videos are available on my YouTube, and 3 and 4. So that's what we're up to. I quite like that. It's very cooling, especially after this one. It's like, whoa, and then, yeah. All right, let's do number 7 and 8. Now, I was going to just stick these in and then just show you when I did the next one. But I do need to collage on number 7. Number 8's really easy. I'm just going to, yeah, I'll show you what I'm going to do with that. But I do need to collage these pieces down. So I thought you might as well come along with me if you'd like to. So, the prompt. Let's not forget the prompt this time. Okay, is there a special scent you connect with Christmas? Fir tree, gingerbread, spiced orange, for example. Find an image that represents a Christmas scent and collage with it. So that's hashtag xmasgluebook. So I don't really have a scent. I think I mentioned before, I don't like scents. I don't do strong smells. It's like perfume and none of that. I can't handle it. However, we all love the smell of cooking dinner. So I found this Victorian one. Let's see. It's Here Comes the Christmas Pudding, a 19th century scene from Pear's Annual in 1896. The original painting, Christmas Comes But Once a Year, was by Charles Green. Yeah, late Victorian. You know, like aristocratic Christmas dinner. Now, we don't have servants. We buy our plum pudding. And so plum pudding, we have plum pudding every year. We do just buy it. I'm assuming that grannies and grandmas in the past used to make it, but I think I do remember I had 7 Christmases in the UK before I came to Australia. I'm pretty sure my granny used to make her own plum puddings, and she used to put sixpence, because she used to, you know, cut it up and everyone would try to get the sixpence. So that's what I remember. That's my fond memory of plum puddings. Of course, they banned sixpences. Our 5-cent piece is very similar to a sixpence. Shortly after we came here, it was banned. It wasn't healthy to put money in in puddings. Of course, you could still do it at home if you wanted to, but you couldn't buy a pudding. So Christmas pudding, or Christmas dinner, but particularly Christmas pudding, is what I'm going for today. And then I found this after in a book, so unfortunately it's looking a bit glary. Let's see if I can fix that by changing the angle. It's somewhat improved. Alright, so all I need to do is to collage something down behind. So I needed sort of muted colours to go with this. I wanted to pick out the red, the gold, and the sort of browny colour. So I'm thinking that these pieces might collage quite nicely. I don't think I want the sprig of rosemary or whatever that is particularly. I was going to have this at the top, but it may go there quite nicely. I'm not sure. So we'll decide about that. I mean, it just takes up the whole page, so there's not a lot of room for stuff behind it, and it's just going to be top and bottom. So I don't know if I have to cut off the old lady in gold, which I quite like the gold. And I definitely don't want to cut her off, so if I cut it down, I'm going to have to cut it down here. I think I'm going to have to, aren't I? Just to give it some collage space. And that actually looks like a full table. Alright, poor old lady, she's going to have to go. Oh, where's my glasses? Never fail to lose something, do I? Alright, I'll be back. I just googled something for you. It is currently, well, it's actually currently 38, but it's been 40 degrees today. It is now like 20 to 5 in the evening, and it's come down to 38. Woohoo! 40 degrees is 104 degrees Fahrenheit. So I bet that's hard for you to imagine in December, isn't it? Actually, it's hard for me to imagine. Yes, Sue from Art, Craft and Journals, her and I were talking about the weather. She mentioned the weather in Victoria, and I said it was crazy over here too. That was back in November. And now in December, I know we have hot summers, but this is ridiculous. If it's 40 degrees already on the December 7th. What's it going to be like on December 25th? Oh my goodness. You won't get me whinging during winter too much that it's cold, but you might get me whinging during summer that it's hot. I've already whinged so many times, and it's only the beginning of summer. We're 7 days in. I've got 3 months of this. Alright, I'll try not to complain every time it's a hot day and you guys are all shivering. Alright, what are we doing? We're cutting the old lady off. I don't know whether to keep her elbow and keep the dress. We'll start with that. It's best to start with this bigger size, and then you can always snip off more. Oh yeah, it's going to give us half a picture, so we might not want that. Goodbye lady, sorry. I'm going to take off that funny thing and pretend that that's the top of the picture. Okay, gives us a bit more space. And no, I think half a knee and half a picture is worse than half an elbow. So she's just going to be at the edge of the picture. Just cut right off that picture frame, I think. There we go. That's okay, at least it gives us some more collage space. And I thought that this might go just up here somewhere. Thinking we'll probably, oh, should I ink in red or gold or green? Thinking gold. There's a fair amount of gold in there. I'm going to use some of this gold. Let's try this gold. This gold kind of looks like vintage anyway. I might put this one on and then a little bit of the brilliance gold, give it a bit brighter colour. Probably just should have used this one in the first place to give it a brighter colour. Oh yeah, I think I prefer this, a bit shinier. I don't know if it will work on the edge of this, or even if it would be any point. Oh yeah. Just gets rid of anything that might be white around the edge. Just wanted to brighten it up a little bit because it's a little bit kind of dull. I don't know if this brightens it up or not, but we shall see. So plum pudding is my chosen scent, which really is actually, I mean, is a taste for me. Plum pudding, I love plum pudding. Can't say that I can remember off the top of my head what it smells like. I go more by sight and by taste. As I say, I'm not a big fan of strong smells, so that sort of isn't my priority, but that's okay. All right, so that, yeah, I don't mind that. I'll just put it there for now. I don't know if it's going, yeah, gold everywhere now. So that's really kind of like as far as I've got. Yeah, I think that's going to look a bit better now with, it's going to end up probably being in the middle of the page. Maybe we can put it to one side. We'll see which side we fancy. So I like this gold background. So I kind of like the red. So I'd like some red probably on this side. Maybe I'd like the red to go over. So I'm going to have to, I'll show you what I'm doing for number 8. Let's do the prompt first. So for December 8, do you send Christmas cards? Do you like receiving them? Paste one here that you have bought or received. Well, I know I was joking when I said that. Well, I wasn't joking, it's true. I don't send Christmas cards and I very rarely get any. Just like, you know, maybe the local real estate guy or things like that. You know, those ones they post in the letterbox advertising themselves. No, we don't really do Christmas cards much anymore. Like I mentioned before, we have my granny's card. So I went to Mum and Dad's place yesterday and grabbed the Christmas card. This is it. It's looking a little bit worse for wear, I have to say. I haven't looked this closely at it before. It gets put up every year, but it is nearly 50 years old, did I work out? Christmas 73. So this is the card. I don't know if my family want all their names listed. So lots of love from Granny and Granddad, Christmas 1973. This is the look at the foxing. Is that what it's called? The foxing on the card. It's quite brownish. I didn't remember that. It's also double-sided. He's actually in better condition on this side. If this side gets ruined, we can switch to the other side. Put some feathers on the other side. And this is what's going to go on here. Oh dear, it's too big. Okay, what can we do about that? We can make another one. So colours have come out slightly different, but that's fine. You know what printers and scanners are like. So I'm going to put the Christmas card here. Then so to kind of like match that in, it's got this green and gold kind of here. This was actually had tinsel, you know, those little speckles, but most of those have come off. I could probably add those as well, but I haven't. Depends if I've got any. So that's just a really simple page. I've done a little tab, fold that over. I've edited out families' names, and so all I have to do is glue that down and turn it into a flip. Ta-da. So that's what I shall do. So then it's a case of, well, what would I like behind it? I think the red might be not good because it's not going to stand out. Well, it stands right with the white. So I didn't know if, you know, some of the red might go over here. Sort of collage the same background. Maybe what we'll do is do it the same way we did the blue, where we just use the same pieces. So maybe we don't need to do that yet. I'm going to put that back. Okay, so we just got to decide, do we want some red, green, gold, and do we want all three? I'd really like to pick out some of the red. I'm kind of thinking maybe not the green. No, I like the green. Maybe not the gold. Okay, yep, that works. Just the two, I think. So it becomes red and green. That's perfectly fine. It's the muted, vintage looking red and green. This one, maybe we'll have this at the edge of the page. And then maybe we'll have, I don't know whether we want it neat like this, do we? I mean, it's not normally how we do collaging. It's very neat. See, because if I've got this straight edge and I've got this picture of a straight edge, if I start tearing this, it might look a bit weird because this is a straight edge, so I think I'm going to have to do straight edges. Alright, so let's just put some of this down. I'll have to cut it, I think. It's going to go right on the edge. Or we could bring it in and have a little border. No, because then we get that funny green down there. It's going to go right on the edge. Is it going to go all the way? I don't want it to be too thick in there. I'd really like this thin one to be here, but if I do that, it's going to be like that. Let's cut it off at the bottom first. So I'm just going to cut this section off here. Basically just this circle for the moment. Okay. Where is my pumpkin pie? Plum pudding. So now it's just a case of, do we want to cover up this whole page? Maybe we could just have it at a nice little angle instead. I'm not going to say it. So it matches this and just gives it a bit, oh, I don't know if I like it. No. Alright. I think because there is, you know, all this white, if I cover that up, it's just going to look kind of strange. So I need to have that kind of white border. So we're going to cut a bit more off. So about there. Got these strips now, which aren't quite straight, but probably should use my cutter. It won't matter too much. We're bringing it in, so we're going to cut off some more here. Alright, I think I have decided. I think I might matte that. I know it's not perfect and I'm not very good at matting. Let me just neaten that other edge off. But I can matte it sort of at an angle. Anyway, I don't know yet. But I want to, I think I want to tear, I don't want all straight lines, so I'm going to tear the red. So was I telling you the temperature? And then I got a phone call, I'm not too sure. Yeah, 40 degrees, 104. I think I would have told you. Do you know, I might not have that. we can leave the green in. I don't think it needs explanation as to what it's about. It's plum pudding. I think the picture tells a story, so I don't think I need the prompts really. That's going to go there. I'll tear it off here. So I think we'll actually tear it down and create just a big giant blob of red in the middle. Alright, let's glue it down. I won't do it on there, I'll do it on here. So I think I did warn you this was going to be really simple, nothing fancy, just stick down something that, that's the wrong way around, I just want to cover up a little bit of, didn't ink, I'm going to brush around it once it's dry. Okay, I think we'll stick this on next. Going that way, isn't it? I still need, oh no, that might be okay. So we'll use art glitter glue for this. Everyone's favourite art glitter glue that for some reason clogs up even when the hole is free. Here we go. Pretty pattern. Okay. I didn't ink, and I'd like to. Because it's got a white edge. It's going to be a little bit annoying because the glue might dry. I don't know why I can't remember to ink. Not that hard a concept. Okay, let's get this down. Kind of, oh, okay, there. Okay, it wants to kind of lift up. The glue was a bit less wet. Okay, before I put the picture on, I might go around with the gold, a little bit of gold on the edge of the red. Let's see how that looks. Just a little bit. Yeah, I think so. Oh, I hope you can't hear that banging. It's the window. Probably can you? I hope not, because the aircon is on. You have to have a window open with this type. It's evaporative. It's not air conditioning. A lot of people in WA have that type of air conditioner, and it doesn't work in humidity, so it's not very good today. It's struggling. But I'm just assuming it's a lot hotter outside. I haven't been out to try it. Yeah, best not to go out when it's 40 degrees. Just stay inside. I had a cool shower before I started, so I had some ability to do this. I don't want too much big blobs of gold, just maybe just little speckles of it, which is what hopefully I'm getting. Got a bit extra here, but maybe we can put something there. Just to add a bit of, I don't think it's really doing, just takes away a bit of the white and maybe adds a bit of shine. Oh, we're going to have to maybe go over there, I think. That's what I liked about this book, when it was, you know, double page spread, you can really, you know, make it match. It's got a line, but that's okay. All right, gold done. picture done. Well, backing done. Now we just put our picture on. So what were we having it straight, or are we going to have it at an angle? Which I think I like. Now I like the angle better. Put the picture straight, but put the backgrounds so it doesn't look like a card. No, I prefer a little angle, I think. So we might want to try and get that straight. Alright, so we're going to use glue stick so that we can adjust it a little bit if we need to. So a really easy one today. No agonizing, except just make sure you get it straight. And we'll do that by going across here, get the parallel, and move it across. So it's just okay. All right. And we already did the gold on this. I'm going to stick this down. Let's decide where it's going because it's got art glitter glue, so we don't want to be changing our mind. I think we're going to go over the edge of that, the line of the picture. I like covering up edges where we can. Sorry if that picture, the window is making a noise. Okay. And now let's see, do we want something to go with our little plum pudding, because it's a bit bare down there, isn't it? What could we do with the plum pudding? Well, I'm gonna have to pause and think about this. All right, let's find something in here. I think one of these cards might make a little bit of a background. Possibly. We could use tartan. Might be a bit heavy, but we could cut it down. It just adds a bit of extra variety to the page, doesn't it? That's a possibility. So I was thinking of one of these types. Not that one. There's another one. There's a red one. Where's the gold one? Like that. That. There's that. Might look like it's on a gold plate. Let's see if we can make one of those fit. No. No. Oops. Now the holly one I quite like because of the holly on the thing. No, I'm not so sure. I had some other no. Well, there was this one, but it's just way too modern for here. There's a mince pie. No, I want a plum pudding. Christmas. There's a little pattern. Thought they were too modern looking. Well, sort of are and sort of aren't, but maybe they go with the white. If I yellow it up, maybe. Maybe this one's got green. Just to sort of, That one says Christmas memories, but this one says Merry Christmas, so maybe that would just finish it off. Or this gold one. So let's try inking this up and seeing if we like it. I don't know if I want to ink it all up because it's just going to go kind of like yellow. But on the other hand, maybe if I think it just needs to be all one colour. Doesn't look too white. Oh, that's better. Alright, so that might go on here. Okay, just going to look for something with holly that I can use for that piece of pie, plum pudding. Don't know if there is any here. Oh. Ah, found some that might work. Have a jolly holly Christmas, but no, I don't think that matches what we're doing. Is that the same? I think it is. I mean, it is, well, it's a drawing, but might look a bit odd because it's already got the holly on there. So you want to cover up that little bit of extra gold that I didn't really want. Yeah, I wouldn't mind moving the Merry Christmas across, so maybe we can join that to that and that to that. No, it looks like I've got 4 pieces. That doesn't work. I think I prefer the plum pudding on this side, plus it's thinner. And we have that there, so I think it might just go like that. Let's ink this one. Alright, let's glue that down. We will start with the Merry Christmas because I want it to go into a specific place. There. And this one I'll just use glue stick. Right, we're quickly going to do the other one before we round up so that we can finish them together. So for this one, those birds are parrots. Possibly the white ones, the white cockatoos, or the pink and grey galahs. Apparently they've decided to visit this area. I think it's the white cockatoos, yeah. They sometimes are in plague proportions and they're not native. I don't know why I've inked that. I think maybe I thought it might be going on this page to sort of bring in a piece from over there. We shall see. Doesn't, maybe, yeah, maybe that'll fit there. Maybe. And we're going to, I don't know if I want a gold edge. Do I want to gold edge it? Let's do that. It probably won't show much anyway. Well, it'll probably show on the white. Sort of gives it a bit of a vintage tinge anyway, which of course the new printout doesn't really have. I actually edited out some of the, you know, the aging because I wanted it to look nice. I didn't want it to look like it was already, you know, in 50-year-old style. It doesn't need to have all the damage and stuff on it as well. Okay, and oops. Oh yeah, we're going to put some. Let's not forget. We want to put the. I want to put some red down to bring in the other page. And we can put some snippets. We might be able to put a snippet of the gold and green in too. Don't know if we're having a label on this. We kind of have that. Let's just take this edge off and then we can decide which bit we want. We don't need to put a whole big piece down, we can just put pieces on either side, or maybe we just put it next to the, I don't think I want it to go up there now. Okay. I don't know about this castle, so let's get rid of that. So I quite like the idea of having it, I can put that on after, quite like the idea of having it next to the, next to his beard. Oh no. Top, maybe? It's not quite enough room, I have to say. I want to make the card as big as possible because it is quite a big card. Maybe. It's kind of like as if it's a banner hanging off for the card to hang off on. And then it would flip up here. And that would go down here. Oh, I might have to do some aging on the inside, I think. So that means we're just having the white, the red going all the way round with the gold banner at the top. It probably won't quite meet perfectly. I had to cut them out separately because I didn't print out exactly. Right on that edge. I did want it at the top because of the balancing. I actually don't mind that because we've got this bit here. I know it's not holly, but we just need to take some off the bottom. It just means we're not going to, yeah. Let's just take a tiny bit off here. So what we probably would do is maybe, so that would go underneath like that, and then we'd use the other wider piece here. We're going to put we're going to make this a tiny weeny bit less prominent, textured, so we're just going to run a little bit of that so we've got enough room for the other piece. Okay, and this one just there, same thing. I just have it a slightly different position of this one, so it's a little bit less, you know, like 2 lines. All right, now that's going to be glued down onto the page, but we want this to be flipping and we want that to go underneath, so we need this to flip, first, and then we put it on the back. So we need to just vintage up this a bit, just because when we flip it it's going to look bright white. So let's start with some vintage, I don't want to say vintage photo, I haven't got vintage photo. Have I got coffee? Alright, so we're just going to start with this, which will kind of look something like this one anyway. Sometimes you can take some of the ink off, but this is archival waterproof coffee. That's all right. It looks more, just looks a bit more grungy than what it did. Okay. Now it looks like it's got 50 years worth of dirt on it. So now we're going to hinge it under there, trying to get it in a very good place. That's not too bad. Okay, so we're going to put some glue down there. 1 second there's none, and there's too much. Let's quickly check that it's in the right place before we seal the deal. No, that looks pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Okay, so we just need some glue down here. So this side's a bit thinner, I think, so we're just going to, all across the top. And then we'll do the same, we'll glue it down most of that frame down there. Okay, that's straight, I think so. Alright, so that's, put that on there. And now how we glue it. So I'm going to put glue stick on the red part, so I don't really want it to go wrinkly. I think I used glue stick on here. Did I? Can't remember. Glue stick, I think. I'm going to use glue stick over the whole thing. And then I'm just going to put a bit of extra art glitter glue on the card. The actual card and the green card. Lovely. Yes, yep. All good. Is it straight? Oh, I don't know, it might not be. Yep, I think that's better. As long as it's straight to the eye. Now let's just give it some pressing down. I went a little bit more over the border than I meant, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. There we go. Oops. Careful. And then just a little bit of art glitter glue for this. Let's check where it is going first, so we don't. So it has to go at an angle, so it's not going to tuck in actually. What I might do is cut a little bit of that little stalk off, and yep. Perfect. Okay, so now we can glue it in because it'll fit in better. There we go. Just wanted to cover up the bits and bobs that are behind for the most part, and I like it to cover up that little bit of edge. Okay, do we need anything else? And let me pause and have a look and think. I'm just going to ink it, but I'm still thinking about whether I want something in that corner, or whether a little bit of white space is good to give a bit of relief. Mince pies for Santa. Where did we read that he tucked some mince pies under his beard? It's in one of the stories I showed in my Thrifty Thursday. He had mince pies tucked in his beard. It covers up the date though. So no. I don't know. Oh, what about all my stickers? Let me check my stickers. We want gold, not silver. Oh, what's these gold ones? My favourite ones. What can we put down there that might work? Not a Santa. Spinning top. Ooh, red and green present. How many presents are there? What about the teddy bear with the green and red? I'm trying to put him lightly there so I can see. And a present. Yeah. Oh, I think they're cute. So we've got teddy bear, present, one little doll, tiny doll. Oh yeah, okay. Let's do that. I think they're fine where they are. They're going down. Lovely. There we go. I thought I wouldn't have anything to do for this page. I am really pleased that I found something, because I was feeling bad. It's like, oh, it's a bit of a cop out, isn't it? Oh, well, I can't do it. I don't send cards, and I don't like smells. So I sound like what's that? Oh, what's the grouchy? Oh my goodness, the grouchy guy. Christmas. I'm gonna pause. I literally put grouchy Christmas guy in Google. Don't you love Google? Well, I do. I'm like, I just put in what I'm thinking and it tells me the answers. Ebenezer Scrooge, of course. You're all shouting out at me. Thank you very much, but I didn't hear you. I apologise. Did I mention comment below to enter for the lace giveaway? Thank you very much to everyone who is commenting and subscribing. Yeah, so on with the show. December the 7th was, do you associate Christmas with any particular scents or smells, like fir trees? Or what else did she have? Covered it up. Gingerbread, so we don't do gingerbread for Christmas. What smells? So cooking of the plum pudding became mine, which is more about taste, but that's fine. I read somewhere that somebody loved the smell of plum pudding, so I thought, okay, well, I'm having that because I love plum pudding. It's my job to bring the plum pudding and the trifle on Christmas Day. So, Christmas memories, Merry Christmas, and the plum pudding. So I found this Victorian image, which I had the, it was from 1890, I believe, Christmas card. So it has the family and the or servant lady who's been working all day has made the plum pudding and serving it up to the family at Christmas, and they're all dressed in their reds and whites, and they've got the lovely white tablecloth, very beautiful table. Oh, I didn't notice the little man there in the serving the drinks. Gorgeous plum pudding. So of course that's our plum pudding with some extra bits of holly. And December 8th was, do you send Christmas cards? Do you like receiving them? Paste one here. So of course I have the Christmas card that my granny and granddad sent us in 1973. And so lots of love from Granny and Granddad, Xmas 73. This is a facsimile copy of the real card. And if you skip to the end, this is the real card that I also mentioned was on number 1. See here, I did a little tiny facsimile of it here, a printout, and it always goes out on our mantelpiece. And I have to correct a mistake. My mum said to me, no, Granny didn't buy the little plastic Santa. Mum did. Mum says, I remember buying it. Sorry, Mum. So I just joined the memories together. So that the Santa that had the lollies in, that goes on the mantelpiece or the fireplace as well, was what Mum bought that. But she did buy it in the 1970s. We've had it for a very long time. And that's the card. And we always put the sock up. We haven't found the sock with the pets' names on it yet. Thinking it might be at my sister's. I think it was missing last year, but I thought we refound it. So I'm going to have to go hunt for that. So anyway, so that's the card from my granny and granddad that came in 1973. That is in here. Ta-da. And we just added some toys because of course it's Santa. So he is in 1973. He would have bought probably a doll, a teddy for my sister. Possibly a drum, you would think, to my brother, but I doubt that my mum would have given my brother or let my brother have a drum. You know, I was the same. I didn't buy loud toys for my son. I'm mean like that. I don't like loud noises. Okay, we're rambling on now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.